of the agitation is another factor.
Okay, why is Nnamdi Kanu still in DSS custody? Sunday Igboho has been released from detention. What is so different? Now you are not be able to tell me categorically the differences between Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho. You do not tell me the difference. Why one is in detention, one is freely.
I have just told you the fundamental reason why the agitation came about in the first place. Both were dissatisfied. Maybe you try and listen to when my point is. I've told you both agitation were half merit because it was a bonus of dissatisfaction of the current structure, the way Nigeria presently structured, and the state of present Nigeria right now. How everything was lopsided at the center. Instead of having two federal states to be operating on their own, and the center just controlling few things, when everything was lodged at the center, and the center becomes so powerful that it is living life out of the constituent locality nationality that make up Nigeria. That's number one. Number two, I want to listen to me. Number two, the approach to that struggle, to that agitation, is another point.
So you mean that no, wait, just on your thought that Nnamdi Kanu approach to the agitation is quite different from Sunday Igboho approach. Reason why Nnamdi Kanu is still in DSS custody and the other way around, Sunday Igboho have been released.
You cannot speak for me, I will speak for myself. When I mean approach to that agitation, you don't know my mindset. You are jumping the gun before me. My approach to that agitation is this. Number one approach to the agitation is the government authority. What is the approach of government to that agitation? That's common to Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu. That's why I said you jump the gun. You jump the gun. The approach of the authority to that agitation matters a lot. The approach of that agitation to that by the authority of President Muhammadu Buhari is violent approach. It's crash approach. It's not an approach of let's call them to a table and ask them what is their grievances. It's an approach that no, they must be crushed, they must be silenced, they must not be given any hearing. So that approach from the authority it works against the interest of the state and does not help that station because there cannot be smoke without fire. So if you see a smoke, there must be fire that gives rise to that smoke. Instead of going for the smoke, go for the source of the fire and extinguish that fire. Quench the fire, and that fire, that smoke, you don't see the smoke again. Approach of the authority to it was violent. Was not the type of mediatory approach whereby you call them to a table, warn them, ask them what is their grievances, demand for it, and genuinely go to solving it. That's number one. Number one. Number two, the agitators themselves now. What is the approach? The approach of the agitators themselves matters. When Nnamdi Kanu started, they started with ordinary demonstration. When they started with ordinary demonstration, government Buhari did not embrace them. He rolled out military against them to crush them, which forced them to resistance. The resistance now can no longer be controlled by the agitators and their members. It has now spread around the entire southeast, which is now pushing them against the security force of the state. It has become a confrontation, a warfare situation.
That is the reason.
Even Igboho too, he also started by going around the whole Yoruba state in peaceful agitation. Even Igboho too went round Yoruba state in a peaceful agitation. He was going about Oduduwa nation. It was only Lagos left to be done. It started before it that was struck on Tuesday of that week. So both of them started with peaceful approach, but the government of the day turned this violence against them, and of which Igboho too also resisted it. We saw how he led Yoruba struggle against the Fulani in the area where they are attacking them. So both of them were forced to resistance
All
by
right.
the state.
All right.
Now, conclusion of that approach matter is that one had the opportunity of escaping, or go as the opportunity of escaping outside the country. Samuel Nnamdi Kanu too was not based in Nigeria. He was also exiled. And with two things common to them, two of them were both arrested. Igboho was arrested in Benin. Samuel was arrested in Kenya. So them were arrested. So those two common things happened to two of them. One was arrested in Benin Republic. One was arrested in what's it called? Kenya. One was successfully repatriated back to Nigeria, while the other was not successfully repatriated back to Nigeria.
One was what, sir?
Successfully repatriated back to Nigeria,
And one.
was not successfully repatriated back to Nigeria. Nnamdi was successfully repatriated back to Nigeria and was not being handled by Nigerian authorities. While Sunday Igboho was not successfully repatriated back to Nigeria. So those two common things happened to them when they went to resistance. They were both arrested. One, both of them outside the country were both arrested. And one was successfully repatriated, the other was not successfully repatriated. So the one that was successfully repatriated to Nigeria was not being held by the Nigerian government. So the one that was not successfully repatriated to Nigeria successfully went to Israel in the Republic and was decided and acquitted and had his freedom. So these are the facts of the matter. So Igboho, who was not successfully represented to Nigeria and went to Israel in the Republic, and the Republic because the judgment and acquitted him on that charges. Because Nigeria could not go and prove that matter against him. But the other one was successfully repatriated to Nigeria. He's not being made to face the charges in Nigerian law. So these are the five fundamentals of the matters. So if Nigerian government is now holding Nnamdi Kanu to ransom, and they were unable to hold Igboho because Igboho was not, if Igboho had been repatriated to Nigeria, he would have been suffering the same fate. He too would have been undergoing trial in Nigerian court. So, but his own case was different. He was tried in Benin Republic and decided and acquitted. From there he went to Germany. So these are two scenarios. In Nigerian matter, in Nigerian case, already a case has been established with Kanu in Nigerian court. But there's no case with Igboho in Nigerian court. The only case they established was with him. He even won. But he was the one that sued the federal government for invading his house, and he won the case. So these are the facts of the matter. In case of Kanu and Igboho, Kanu is now undergoing a trial in Nigeria, for which Igboho was not undergoing a trial, but he was one that sued the federal government and he won against federal. These are the facts we must put to our bear to know it. So if you are saying why is Igboho being detained, why Nnamdi Kanu is being detained, Igboho is not being detained, the facts of the matter are not the same. One was successfully repatriated, one was not successfully repatriated, one is being undergo trial in Nigeria, one is not undergoing trial in Nigeria, another one is one that is trial in Nigeria against the government of the state, and he won it.
What is the crime, Oga?
So
what is the crime between two of them?
It was not even by analysis, so he just came 9 minutes. So sorry, you are here, so he doesn't know what he's talking about. He just came at the club.
What is the crime between two of them?
So go back and watch on the channel and watch my interview.
All right, Mr. Olajide, please. Mr. Olajide, it's a fine place to leave it for now. But before I let you go, Mr. Olajide, hear me and do something.